Here's Mr. Sam Fielder again, and he's going to tell me about the CD.
Okay, Our Flag. I actually started writing this poem because I didn't make any 4th of July parades that year. And I sat down and started writing. It took me a couple months before I had it all down to write, but I was asked in 2007 to go to San Clemente, California for their Memorial Day service, and I did this poem for them. And of course, it's very nice to do it for a group of people like that because so many veterans are.
And that's Nixon's hometown.
Yes, Nixon's hometown. And I also did it at our all high school reunion, all the way from 1931 through 55. And I always asked the veterans to stand up. And it was really amazing how many stood up because of so many World War II, Korea, and Vietnam veterans that age. Okay, now Unconquered. After 9/11, I got to thinking about this, but I was the lady that does my copies of my book for me. She said, "Now I wonder when Sam's going to write a poem about that." Well, I was sitting in the lobby in Cairns, Australia, and I started thinking about this and sat down and wrote this poem. Now, I'm back home, and my wife is doing her baskets. She's a basket maker, doing her baskets in the 4-H building at the Maryland State Fair. Also, G. Gordon Liddy was broadcasting one day from the fair. Now, my wife put this on a t-shirt and took it, and we had 200 or 300 made by a professional, and we sold them. So she says, take one back and give it to G. Gordon. So I did. And he called me up because he saw my Marine hat on. And I handed him the shirt, and he started reading it. He said, I think I'm going to do that. I said, well, why don't you let me do it? And so he did. And so I did it on the radio. And it went all over the country. Next day, a lady came in and said, I want one of those t-shirts. I heard your husband, he was spectacular. So then in September 2002 and 11, I did it for 5,000 people at the Cal Ripken Stadium in Aberdeen, Maryland. Now, the next one is Bill Norris. Now, Bill Norris lived in Half Moon, New York, and his daughter had to write an essay. So she thought, oh, what am I going to do? So she said, well, Dad's a Korean War veteran. I'm going to write it on that. She went to the school library, she went to the town library, she found 2 paragraphs on the Korean War. Well, I'll go home and interview Dad. Well, now, I've heard 2 stories. I heard they wouldn't accept it because it wasn't the factual, I guess you said. But then I also heard that she got straight A's on it. And so he started with that aggravated him, and he started the New York chapter. There's 9 of them. And then they decided to go to national. And there was 39 of them met over here from around the country. And one of them was Jack Cloman, who was here. And he is all those guys named on the plaque in the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier. They're called the 39. And the original 39. And the next one, About Face Memorial Day, 1993. I'll make that one short because it's about the Vietnam Memorial. It's a good one. But Clinton said he was going to come go to the Vietnam Memorial for their ceremony. And the Vietnam veterans said, if you come, we're going to turn our backs on you. So I sat down and wrote this poem. And an attorney that was there called me up and says, were you there? I said, no, I wasn't. He said, well, it was just like you wrote it in that poem. But they did. Okay. announced that Clinton and the sergeant major said about face, and they all turned their backs on him. Okay? Now, Heroes Like You is one of my favorites. It's two boys, high school buddies. One's an outstanding football player. The other one is on the team. He's a good football player, but not outstanding. The Korean War broke out. They got their call to come into service. Well, if you're in any type of education in the Korean War, they were exempt. So Johnny, the one boy, the football player, so he went off to college with his scholarship. Willie went off and fought the war. And this is a letter back and forth between the two boys during the Korean War. And our last patrol was about our memorial over here. And it's more or less self-explaining. And I forget what year I wrote that. It was before my wife and I got married, second wife. About 1990, probably 95 I wrote that. But it's about our patrol. That's pretty well explained. And I call it the last patrol because that's what that is a patrol. And Forgotten War is one of the very first ones. And it's a 5-minute history of the Korean War. I have it on a cassette. It's backed up with patriotic music. And excuse me, the bravest people. I lost my first wife to cancer. I wrote this poem while she was going through her last days, but I didn't ever say it to her. I didn't want to upset her. But this poem is about cancer. It's not a bloody thing, and it's been hanging on the wall at Johns Hopkins since 1994. It's still there. Excuse me. Okay, Sweetheart of the 50s. This is my second wife. It's a story of our lives. I took her to my senior prom in 1951. And I joined the Marine Corps. I was 2 years ahead. I joined the Marine Corps, went to the Korean War. And she went back to school. And when I came home, we both found somebody else. We both had good marriages. We raised our families. And we got back together. One night I walked into the county fair. She's sitting there doing basketball. We started talking. So we got married. I took her to my senior prom, 1951, on April the 20th. And we got married April the 20th, 1996. 45 years later from that. But it's our life story. It's about getting back. The next one is Al Gore. I got so sick and tired of that guy persisting that they weren't going to count the votes of the guys in the military overseas. And I sat down and wrote that. The night before Christmas in the White House. That's I guess a comical one about Willie, Hillary, and Monica. And I don't know if I need to say any more about that or not, but you'll enjoy that. Election 1992 was between old George and Willie. And I forgot to tell you about Al Gore. Al Gore, my wife emailed this radio station in Baltimore, Steve Rouse. I don't know if you remember Steve Rouse. And he emailed back and says, "Thanks, Sam." Called his wife, said, "Get your radio on, you're going to hear something." He played that on the air before it was settled in Florida. And now this next one here I was talking about, 1992. And that was between old George and I had written that before the election. The local undertaker, McComas, he said, "Why in the world did you put that on there? You might change the election." And now Farmer's Night Before Christmas is cows all got out on Christmas Eve, and my son and I chased them, getting them back up. I bring everything into it. Cows getting out. Was finally getting them back in. Kid coming through with his car, blowing his horn, stuck his head out, whistled. He took off again. And finally we got him in. And when Santa Claus into it, and the Bethlehem story. And Dad and the boys, everything in there it happened. My dad was the neatest farmer there ever was. I'm not kidding. His sons can say that, but every year we got done with the machinery. We had to put it on the machine. Now we're going back to the 50s, 40s, and 50s, where the machinery wasn't huge, but we had to do it by hand. So it's about my dad was four, and brothers and I put up for it. And the last one, my dad he had the first H farmall that ever came into Harford County, and he thought that was the greatest tractor there was. But as farming went on, and tractors he likes to drive the big one, but he still loved it. And it's a story, which I mean, it's just made up about him and the tractor.
Can you hold up the CD right near you? Hold it up. And the name of the CD is called American Dream Poetry, the poetic works of Sam Fielder, who's a Korean War veteran out of Jarrettsville, Maryland. If someone wants to get one of these, how can they get one? Do you can they call you or write to you or something? Okay, and we'll get you that information.
Did I give you my card?
He gave me his card, and I'll put that on the end of this tape.